Motorists in Brazil fill up their tanks with ethanol, known here as alcohol. It is available at nearly every fueling station in Brazil and is roughly half the price of gasoline. For drivers here, using ethanol instead of gasoline makes sense.
Combustível verde, como é chamada a questão do álcool.
The green fuel, as we call it, the alcohol, especially nowadays when we talk about environmental responsibilities, I think is extremely important to the world.
90% of new cars sold in Brazil can run on alcohol. Brazil is the world's largest exporter of ethanol and the second largest producer of it behind the United States. Sao Paulo-based Dedini makes equipment used in ethanol distilleries. The company's José Luis Oliverio predicts growth in U.S. demand for biofuels, benefiting ethanol exporting nations such as Brazil.
The United States has an objective to blend 10 and then 20% of ethanol in their gasoline. These will be a huge amount of ethanol. And that will open opportunities to the ethanol imported from other countries.
While Brazilians consume most of their country's ethanol, about 3 billion litres is exported annually. The US is the largest importer, despite imposing a $2 per litre tariff on Brazilian ethanol. Brazil uses sugarcane to produce ethanol, while the US mostly uses corn. The US government says domestic commodity prices mean American-produced sugarcane ethanol is double the price of corn-based ethanol. The Brazilian sugar industry, however, says its crops can yield more than twice as much ethanol per hectare as corn can. But environmentalists say Brazil is using too much land to grow crops, including sugar, threatening rainforests. Scott Paul from Greenpeace says demand for agricultural land in Brazil could reverse recent declines in deforestation.
The dominance of the agricultural sector is paramount with Lula's government, and there's tremendous concern that we're going to see a rollback.
Critics claim the thirst for crop-based ethanol is pushing up food prices, but Brazil's government disputes that. Economists predict Brazil will produce a record 27 billion litres of ethanol in 2008 and will ship more overseas than ever before. Steve Mort for VOA News, Sao Paulo.